Hey folks, this is Alonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. Now I bet you some of y'all didn't know I had a book out, did you? Well, I do. N.W.A, Not Without Alonzo, available on Amazon.com, $14.95. But also, there is a comic book, limited edition comic book, Hip Hop Family Tree, featuring yours truly, Alonzo in the middle, Dr. Dre, and Yella. Limited edition, only available on my website, LonzoWilliams.com. Now, if you want both books, the Hip Hop Family Tree and N.W.A, both of them $30. Go to my website, LonzoWilliams.com. In the comments, put your name and what you want me to say. I'll autograph and make sure it gets to your house right away. Both books, $30, autograph, LonzoWilliams.com. And if you like me, you don't have time to sit down and read like I'd like to, but I love audiobooks. That's why I put my book, N.W.A, Not Without Alonzo, on audio. That's right, but it's available only on CD Baby. Why? Because I set every track, every story to music. So as you ride down the street, listening to the stories of West Coast hip hop, you got some fresh new tracks to bob your head to. Available only on CD Baby, N.W.A, Not Without Alonzo. Check it out, folks. Give you something to ride to. Peace.
Lonzo.
Yes, sir. What's up, Doc?
I'm chilling, man. Looking good on camera there, Playboy.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you. A couple of sit-ups, little push-aways. I'm all right.
Yeah. We practicing that social distancing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know that right there is some new kind of shit for me, dude. Cause I'm a pounder. I'm a hugger. I'm a kisser. You know, and you can't touch nobody no more. This is some modern day bullshit here, boy.
Yeah. It's interesting, and it's crazy how many people they're not catching on to it. I've already had to go off on a couple of people in the store. Like, would you please step back? Like, and I understand, you know what I'm saying? It's a new thing, but yeah, man, people are just not getting that concept. Then you have these other people, you've probably seen the videos of them throwing parties and shit. There's people who are throwing baby showers and getting raided by the police.
Yeah, man. That's a young thing, dude. A lot of these youngsters don't understand that it's not about them, it's about the people they can infect. They don't understand that, you know, your immune system may be strong enough to withstand the virus, but you take that shit home to your mama, your grandmama, who may have some other health issues. That's where the problem come in at. You know, you can start burying people that you love because you out there doing what you think is cool, and it ain't cool right now. You know, I know it's hard, man. It's hard as hell, dude. It's hard as hell being locked down forever, man. You know, I'm a cat. I'm always out in the streets doing stuff all time of day, all time of night. I get up in the morning at 6 o'clock, take my son to school. I might not come home from that until 5 o'clock in the afternoon, depending on what I got going. And to come, not even taking him to school no more, and be posted up at the pad all day long with him and his mama and his brother. Shit, can a nigga get out the house?
You know that the divorce rate is about to skyrocket. You know, divorce lawyers are going to be having some good business in about 3 months.
Divorce lawyer is about to get broke off. In 9 months, it's going to be all kind of babies' name called Corona and Virena and B19. Going to be all kind of shit jumping off between the divorce lawyers and the new babies. It's going to be a mess, man.
Yeah, man. But you know what I'm finding funny, and I don't know if you're noticing the same thing, but I don't see too many women's selfies on my timeline.
I don't see none. I ain't seen nobody twerking in a minute, man. Ain't nobody been twerking in a minute. Shit, this ass and went down. I ain't got my Botox injection. My weave is dry and a mother. Nails is all back here. I saw somebody had a hairy ass arm and put it into a shoe with nails hanging over the side of it. Man, that shit was hilarious. Definitely, you know, no waxing, no nail shop. That's what you can expect in the next few months. But see, now you'll know who's natural. You'll know who's all natural now. Okay, you know, you can tell who's all natural. They ain't got to go to see Ling Ling and go to the beauty shop or go to, you know, spend it at 125 to get their crop redone.
Oh yeah, and see, me and you are good. We have bald heads, you know what I'm saying? So we don't have to worry about going to the barber. But my son is hurting right now. I know there's a lot of people that need a barber right now.
You know, my barber is super cool, man. Shout out to Frank. And Frank watched my show, but I was doing my beard beforehand. But I like going to the barbershop just to get out the house. Okay, kick it with some people. You know what I'm saying? Because you go to the barber, the barbershop. That's a black man's country club. Okay, so you get to hit all the latest bullshit, catch up on the sports things, blah blah blah. And me and my barber, we kick it all the time. But I like I was a beard like you, and I had to go back because I got all the tools to do it. But it was more fun and cool just to go kick it with my man at the barbershop. You know? Yeah. Now I got to go in here self-groom and shit.
Yeah, man. Damn, dude. So it's looking like the government just extended it a couple more weeks to the end of April, right? Is that
I heard 30 more days, man. I heard 30 more days.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we got about 30 more days of this, and it's coming tough, man. I'm like you. I like to get out there and do things and be out, just out and about. I'm literally the exact same way you are, and this is driving me crazy. But I gotta say, and this is for all the content creators out there, I have been getting a lot of work done. So I'm telling you guys, not you specifically, but any content creators out there, take advantage of this time.
Man, I redid my studio.
Yep.
I rewired my studio, got videos jumping off, get my website updated. After we get through this right here, I'm gonna go jump on Buffer and MailChimp and do some stuff. I mean, you just got to keep yourself busy. But I tell you what was rough for me though, man. My internet went down last week. Okay. I found out they had been cutting some trees in the neighborhood and they had sliced one, but they didn't cut it. So I was getting sporadic internet for God knows how long. And I noticed last week when I did my show on Tuesdays, the picture just kept freezing. People like, man, I love you, brother. I can't watch this. So starting Tuesday, Wednesday, I started, doing investigating, and I was out from Wednesday till this morning, dude. Wednesday till this morning.
You're stuck in the house. And stuck in the house.
Woo. And stuck in the house. No internet. Thank God I got a decent cell phone with a hotspot on it. But it took, sometimes you forget about simple stuff like that until like second or third day. I got a hotspot. That's right. And it just made, it made it a lot easier to deal with. Plus, on my tablet, I can get Netflix on my tablet, so I was able to watch Ozark. So I'm happy now, shit. But I went through the whole thing in like a day. I went through the whole thing in like a day and a half at the most, man. I'm going back now and watching it from the beginning.
Have you checked out that Tiger King yet?
I watched Tiger King. I watched that like a week ago when it first came out. And that was kind of dope, but crazy, but dope. Okay. I think Homeboy set himself up for, and he did what so many youngsters do all the time. He did the same thing that youngsters do all the time in the hip hop game. With all that shit, with all that woo. Something happened. All of a sudden now, you the main suspect. You made yourself a suspect. You might not have been a suspect, but you made yourself a suspect because you was whooping all that head about killing this broad, and he wanted her dead. He had a dummy and shot the dummy. And when all of a sudden somebody tried to kill her, now you the number one suspect, fool. Okay, and it was easy to set up because he did it to himself. He did it to himself. The guys that wanted to spot property, they knew how to get him. They knew where his weakness was, and if he didn't do it, if he didn't, set the woman up, they knew how to set him up. Yeah. Okay. They knew how to set him up. So it's hey man, y'all need to learn from other people's mistakes. That's a good mistake to learn from. What he got 15 years on a attempted murder for hire.
Yeah, man.
And he was 50-something years old. He goes, shit. Come on,
man. Might as well be a life sentence.
Might as well be a life sentence.
We're coming up on the year anniversary. We are at the year anniversary. I can't believe it's already been a year. Yeah. Of the death of Nipsey Hussle, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking back, a year, hindsight being 2020. Is there any way this could have been prevented?
Yeah. I think Nipsey was such a good-hearted dude, and as much of a gangster as he was a good-hearted dude. He always gave people a chance. He didn't want to keep it at home. He let homeboy get too close to him, and that was the wrong dude at that time. I don't know. We still don't know all the details. All the conspiracy still behind it. But I never forget, man. I was in my studio where I am right now, and I was just straightening up the studio, and my boys heard he got shot off the streets. It hadn't hit the news yet. And they were talking about it. Oh man, Nipsey got shot. And I didn't know much about Nipsey other than he had sold those CDs like $1,000 a piece or something like that.
Yeah,
100. He had 100 CDs for $1,000, something, something like that. And I remember him doing that, pulling that move. I thought that was interesting, but I also thought it was interesting that Jay-Z got involved with it. I had no idea he was as deep as he was in the community, and but it still was. It was a shock to see how they reacted to him. When the first thing they said was, "Man, if he got shot, the streets is gonna be messed up. If he died, the streets are gonna be messed up." I'm like, who is this dude? And why do you feel that way? And sure enough, man, one of my guys, he didn't get killed, but the streets got real tough for him for a hot minute. He didn't do nothing. Just the heat just came down on everybody for no reason, man. It's amazing how sometimes we feel we have to go kill another brother when a brother get killed. I don't understand that one, Doc.
Yeah.
We got to go on. We got a brother get killed, and we have to go on a rampage killing more brothers for a brother killing a brother.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
What class you go to learn that shit? What seminar did you get that information from? But that's what happened, man. Just thank God he didn't get caught slipping. But that was pretty much the gist of the situation.
Damn. So I do believe after this happened, several of Shitty Cuz, which is the guy who killed him, his family they pretty much mocked him. They was popping people up with mud.
They were done after that. Yeah. They were pretty much. It was pretty much a wrap.
Yeah. And that's what people don't realize. The actions of yourself can take out your family, man. Like something my cousin did could get me killed. Something your uncle did could get you killed. You know what I mean?
Right. Which again. How does that do? What does that do? But perpetuate the situation and make it worse. How is anybody winning off that game right there? Where's the winner at? Where do you win on that game right there when you have to go out and retaliate against an innocent person because you hurt or upset? You think by causing his family pain that was gonna ease your pain? Not. That's like some characters think they can blow out your candle and make theirs brighter. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that.
Yeah. I'm curious for this case to get started. I know it's already been a year, and sometimes these murder cases can take 3, 4, 5 years to even get started. But I'm curious to see if he's going to plead insanity, because didn't he go that route for a bit?
He pulled up in the nut house. He pulled up at the nut house. And that's where they found him at the mental institution over in Downey. He's like, can I get a room? Can I get a room today?
Unfortunately, we lost Pop Smoke. Recently I think we talked about Pop Smoke a couple of months ago. Just another rapper, up and coming dude, Crip affiliate, who was killed in the Hollywood Hills of all places. What are your thoughts? Let me ask you, because you traveled all around the country. What are your thoughts on how gangs should move, or gangsters, rappers specifically, should move in other areas, that are not their home? You
know what? It's gonna be real hard for me to speak on that, man, because one thing I don't do, I don't speak on things I don't know a lot about, and I don't know nothing about that, dude. I don't know. I couldn't tell a gangster how to move, man. That's not my department, man. That's not my my skill set. I've never had to worry about operating like that. And for me, one of my personal, I like being a mid-level celebrity. Okay? I like being mid-level. Okay, I just did an interview with Wanda from JJ Fad. We were talking about the same thing. It's one thing to be famous and people know you, but it's one thing to be marked all the time where you can't go nowhere.
Yeah,
you can't go nowhere. Your life is not your own anymore. Okay, your privacy is limited. Okay. You can't take your kids no place because everybody know who you are, or you so hot you can't go nowhere because everybody want to test your gangster. Yeah. Come on, man. That you really want to, dude? Nah, man. That ain't how I want to live, man. You know,
Yeah,
I'm cool enough. People recognize me. They're like, "Hey, what's up, Alonzo? What's up, dude? Can I get a picture?" No problem. Okay, ain't nobody, man. You know, they ain't no. Anybody throwing me no draws. Ain't nobody trying to put hands on me. I'm cool.
See, I like your level of celebrity, like you said, because most people know the name, but not everyone knows the face. So you can walk through the mall and not get ambushed by.
I would like to raise it just a little bit more. You know, just a little bit more, where you know it rings some more bells with some more money, but not to the point where it's gonna you know, make folks want to break into your house and kidnap your kids, and you know, got your old lady and shit all hostage because they think you got some all this money. Okay?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. When you were performing with World Class Wrecking Crew, and even after that, did you have to? I know this sounds crazy because you guys weren't even affiliated or anything, but do you check in with certain people when you're in town, other towns, or you just go do your thing and
checking with the promoter? Let them know we made it.
Yeah.
Have our money right before we walk on stage. That's all I just tell them. I checked in. You know, dude, you got to understand, man. A lot of what we experiencing now was not even a factor back then. I mean, the guys who were probably the first generation that had to do anything like that were 15, 16 years old at that time. I was talking to my man from South Central Cartel. He said they literally would have to go, and you know, people would just check them all the time. That's when he realized it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun no more, because everywhere you go, somebody's always trying to challenge you. You know. Yeah. And he like, man, you know, it just, you know, we was there for the music. We wasn't there for the gang banging, because we talking gang banging stuff. Guess who was our main clientele? Gang bangers. You know, and everybody wants to take out the big gun, the fastest gun in the West. It's just like the old Westerns. You know, back in the day, you watch Gunsmoke or one of them old Westerns, you know, the fastest gun. Everybody wants the fastest gun. Well, you're supposed to be the hardest cat on the set. If I take you out, I get your crown. Same philosophy.
Yeah.
Same exact philosophy. If I take out 50 Cent, if I take out Cube, if I take out so-and-so, I get this crown. Okay? You know, I tell you, Adrian told me that the brother from Volume 10 told him he thought he had to go to jail to raise his profile. Like, man, come on, Doc. The Tupac went to jail. You know, Adrian managed both of them. And homeboy actually thought he had to go to jail to raise his profile to be more like Tupac. That had nothing to do with Tupac going to jail, had nothing to do with his profile. It became a part of his profile, but it wasn't the reason why he had the success. The boy made good music, and he was also a real dude.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Let me ask you, N.W.A. I mean, because you know them off Jump, you've seen them behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? You guys have shared pastrami sandwiches and all that. How hard do you think it was for them traveling in these other gang territories, being that they weren't about that life? I mean, everybody kind of knows Ice Cube was a nice guy, Dre was nice, Yellow was definitely nice. You know, how hard do you think it was for them?
According to the people who were on tour with them, they said it was very hard because, you know, they were characters. People took them serious. You know, when you're a character and somebody take you serious for your character, you know, hey man, that ain't what I do. But now you got to defend yourself, not the character, just as a man. Okay? You know, when people believe, you know, that you're a character, they you know, they believe your avatar. And they believe your avatar, you know, you got to defend the man in the avatar, because that's the one getting his ass whooped, not the avatar. So you know, and that was the part that kind of made things uncomfortable. You know, people talking big game. When you really out there in them streets, man, this shit gets real. You know, it really makes you reflect on what you represent, dude. You know, and that's probably the biggest thing. You know, when you out there talking a gang ahead in the studio, and then in real life you got cats want to challenge your gangster. And you trying to explain to him, man, this is just a record, dude. I just made this. I'm trying to that Kashi 69 shit. I really ain't a gangster. I'm just talking shit, trying to sell some records. No, motherfucker, you finna talk about on some time too.
Well, so you were around for the Tupac killing in 1996. How does this Nipsey Hussle thing compare, if it even does? What are the differences that you think?
I think Tupac has already made a big mark in the music world. I mean, Tupac had proven himself and had done so much in such a short time. I mean, the man had made a couple of movies. He'd done he got a triple platinum album. Shot the police, got away with it, went to jail, got out. I mean, you know, all that was public knowledge. So it made his profile a lot bigger. It may not have been the profile he wanted, but because of the kind of cat that he was and the stuff that he did in such a short time. Tupac was only, what, 25 when he died? 24, 25?
Yeah, 25.
He was a young dude. I mean, you know, this dude, you know, Digital Underground, solo career, go to jail, shoot the police, get out of jail for allegedly a rape, got shot before all that, okay? And, you know, didn't come out and make a double album, go platinum. You know, his world was spinning like a son of a gun, man. And, you know, you go from a guy like Atron, who's the coolest cat in the world as far as management, to the whirlwind of confusion with Suge and all that that comes along with that. You know, that right there is a lot different than when Nipsey was in a different situation. Nipsey was more grounded in the hood, in the community, and he was growing. He had grown, but I don't think at that time he had reached the same status of a Tupac. I mean, he definitely had a big popularity. That's no doubt about it. But it was just, I think Tupac's profile was raised more because of his versatility in the movies and in the music, and you know, what he had done in his private life.
You were involved in the Watts Peace Treaty back in '93, and I know we've talked about this in the past. Yeah, but kind of paint the picture again, because I think that is coming up actually this summer, because the whole Rodney King thing is about to be about to have the anniversary of that as well. But just take us back and kind of paint that picture of what it was like when you were there, because you were there, right?
I was there. Man, it was. I mean, after the riots, it was brothers like, "What are we doing?" And I remember distinctly going out to different events. We would do, me and my partner, co-organized with some other people, some big, huge gatherings at Edema Village in the park, Magic Johnson Park, man. It was 5,000-6,000 cats out there, man. And guys who would never be seen in the same park were out there, you know, giving dap, hugging, crying. I mean, it was really an emotional thing, man. You could tell brothers was tired of looking over their shoulder. You could tell it. You could see, man. It was like it was a relief. Like, man, we ain't got to do this no more, you know. And but you had other parties who was like waiting to throw a beehive in that shit, or keep it going, man. Because you know that gang situation represents a lot of money to a lot of people, dude. It's a lot of money to a lot of people. In fact, I think I may have told you this before. A dude I know that owns a funeral home in Linwood. Him and my dad was partners, and he came out the pad, man, talking shit. Man, these niggas ain't killing each other. Business is bad as hell. These niggas got to start shooting again. I'm like, huh? And this is kind of how some people actually think, man. You know, ain't no overtime, ain't no bodies. You know, ain't no funerals, ain't no bodies. The flower shop stopped making money. The police stopped making money. The DA's caseload goes down. You know, every time somebody gets sentenced to life in prison, dude, that's job security for 25 to life for somebody. Black, brown, or white, don't make no difference. You know, that's job security. So I don't think brothers understand the significance behind the economics of gang banging. But when I was out there, man, it was really emotional, dude. It was really amazing how brothers know what they're doing is not right, but it's been so instilled in their lives that none of them don't know anything else. And some of them, you take away gang banging, they're not the same dude no more. Or you got to give them something to replace it with, put it that way. You know, some cats are so big in one field. You know, you take a baseball, say a sports figure. They can be a superstar on the field, retire, and become a superstar on the microphone. Okay. Most of them do it. If they can do any kind of decent talking, Shaq, Charles Barkley, everybody, they get a shot at being, a commentator. Ain't no commentator job for gangbangers. But thank God for podcasts, because I see some guys are actually making their way into podcasting, man, but telling the stories of the hood. So, back then it was a different time. Nowadays, if you want out, there's more ways. There's a lot of ways to get out. It was Eazy's 25th anniversary of Eazy-E dying, man.
Yeah.
March 25th, Eazy-E died. Dude, and I remember, man, that right there, of all the situations that I've experienced in hip hop, probably was the one that touched me the most. Because I knew him. I watched him grow up. I watched him develop. I watched him become the guy that he became. And then you watched him go through it. You're like, huh? And I went to his funeral. Me and Adrian went to his funeral. Couldn't hardly get in the room. We set up in the balcony over at Fame Church. And, it was people at the funeral, people that spoke at the funeral, Eazy probably wouldn't even talk to in real life. And if he did talk to him, they probably would only want him to get a check out of him if they could,
Wow.
And you can, I'm one of the people, I detect disingenuous people real quick, and you hear people preach and people talk and people speak, and you know what, you full of shit, you're full of shit. But everybody don't see it. Some people get caught up in shit like that. I know it's not like I got a sixth sense, but when you deal with as many people as I have in various situations, like I have, nightclubs, concerts, whatever the case may be, your bullshit detector gets real sharp. And you ain't got to be up close on a person to detect their bullshit. And I was sitting in the me and my boy was sitting up in the thing, Adrian. We were sitting up in the balcony up at Fame, man, and it was a lot of disingenuous situations that was being presented. And then after I heard the so-called letter that he was supposed to have written, I knew that he didn't write that letter. That doesn't even sound like him. Okay.
I didn't know about a letter. I don't think I remember a letter.
Yeah, right before he was supposed to have passed, they dropped this letter that he's supposed to have written to all the kids or people in the hip hop community. And if you ever, it's probably on the internet someplace. They read it on the radio station, man. It was like, nah, he didn't write that. Nobody believed that. The whole situation, it was always a air of stank to it, dude. And how everything turned out, but Jerry getting $20 million, his kids not getting much anything. I'm like, that's not easy. That I don't see Eazy doing that.
Yeah.
How
good did you know Tamika?
Didn't know her at all.
Okay. Unfortunately, I hear a lot of bad stuff about her.
I met her in passing. I saw her one time I think I saw her at the movie set. I don't know her. We never had a real. I went to Ruthless one time to meet with her. That's right. And she was 35, 40 minutes late and was like she has something on her mind. I'm like, I got to go. Something to do. We waited for like 45 minutes, and somebody kind of blows you off. I ain't got time for them.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you don't know her?
Huh?
You don't know her, but you know a lot of people who probably know her. What do you know about her?
She used to work for a record company. I think she worked for another Motown or something like that. And I know she was pregnant with Eazy's kid when Eazy died, and that she wasn't Eazy's only girl. I know she was trying to get Eazy to marry him before he passed. He wasn't really checking for that, and that's about it, Doc.
Yeah. But damn, man, stay safe and healthy, my dude. You're looking good, so that's the main thing. You got, you're sounding healthy. Just stay away.
Stay Corona free, baby. Corona free.
Man, real talk.
Yeah, can I borrow $250 if I get my Rona check, man? That's the big joke on Facebook now, man. Folks out here hollering, my man, let me hold something. I get my Corona check. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, man, much love, Doc. Hey, man, I like this system. Like, say with both a lot of time, man.
I do too. I like
Huh?
it as well. We may need to incorporate
I
this.
love you to death. Hey man, I love your presence, but this right here saves a lot of time on everybody.
I agree. I hate traffic, so I agree, my man. We'll get together offline, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and please tell a friend about the channel.
Peace.
Peace, man.
All right.